Welcome back to another edition of Drinking with Craig and Roger. I'm Roger.
And I'm Craig. We are continuing our part 1 video on Canadian beers with part 2, which are the non-macro lager kinds of Canadian beers. And as we mentioned in our first video, distribution of Canadian beers in the US is paltry. It is not good. However, two of the breweries that are distributed widely in the US that we wanted to talk about is Unibroue from Chambly, I believe it's pronounced, Quebec, and Glutenberg,
Which is from Montreal.
also in Quebec.
That's right.
So Unibroue is one of my favorites because they make some really good beer, and especially if you like Belgian style beer is become very expensive. Actual Belgian beer is very expensive in the US now, but Unibroue is making excellent comparable versions of them for maybe half the cost. So you definitely should check them out. You can find a lot of these in the US by themselves, but they also make sampler boxes with many of these in them, which is a great way to check it out. They do their blonde, the Blanche de Chambly, Maudit, Don de Dieu, Trois Pistoles, all excellent. They also had an interesting Megadeth tie-in beer, the metal band Megadeth, that I think I did get to try, and it was quite tasty. As everything they make is very, very good, so I definitely recommend checking them out. There is one that we buy pretty much yearly that you can find at Trader Joe's. It's the Trader Joe's Vintage Spiced Ale. You'll find it comes in a cork and a cage. It is bottle conditioned. Almost everything they make is bottle conditioned, where the yeast is like a little bit of extra yeast is put in the bottle to continue the fermentation and give it extra bubbles and extra greatness and extend the aging potential. And Trader Joe's Vintage Spiced Ale is a very affordable, awesome thing to look for that comes out around the holidays every year from there. But here today we have Le Fin du Monde, the edge of the earth, or the end of the world, depending on, I think it's edge of the earth. And this is an excellent Belgian style triple. We put this in, which video number was it?
85.
85. Video number 85, our Belgian triple blind tasting, which you definitely need to check out. And it did extremely well in comparison to many other actual Belgian triples. So a lot of respect for these guys. Let's just try this thing because this is what we had on hand, and it is always so good. I am not kidding when I say their beers are excellent. So if you have anything against Canadian beer because you're like, oh, they taste like Budweiser or whatever, which I believe we proved in our last video, they hang with it and sometimes exceed it.
Oh yeah, and Bob and Doug there agree with you with that.
That's right. Bob and Doug weren't into this style beer, but if they had a chance to try it, I believe they might have come around.
Well, I asked them about it. They said it was okay to talk about this kind of
Thank
Canadian
you,
beer.
guys. Very, very kind of you guys. Here we go. Cheers. Right out of the gate. Wow. Right off the nose.
Oh man.
The bready kind of yeast, brioche yeast, and whew, wow. What really sets Le Fin du Monde apart for me is that fruity character in the flavor profile compared to a lot of Belgian triples.
Oh, there's a spicy character.
Oh, it's
too.
got that. It's got
yeah.
spices. It's got the drying hops. I mean, it is just luscious and delicious, and I can't give it high enough praise. But in comparison to a lot of other Belgian triples, it has a really nice fruity element that you really might feel like sometimes. I don't think it could be more different from Molson.
Yeah.
Or Moosehead.
And we did figure out that Le Fin du Monde is much more widely available than the other versions of its beer, because we looked in several places trying to find it.
Yeah, it has to be their top seller, I think, at least in the US, because it's a lot more available than Don de Dieu or Trois Pistoles. Those are a little harder to come by here. You will see Blanche de Chambly a lot, because that's a top seller. That is a very refreshing beer. But excellent, excellent, excellent. I love this. Wow. What can I say? Unibroue rocks. Check out their stuff if you haven't already. So they've got their lagers, they've got their Belgian style ales, but this is another brewery we've actually talked about before. Which number was that?
It was an early one.
Very early.
Our 14th.
14th video, probably 4 or 5 years ago now.
Yeah, now Gutenberg advertises itself as a microbrewery, but its beer is available pretty widely. But I think it's because it is gluten-free. And there are, unfortunately, a number of folks around who really can't, eat bread made from wheat or barley, which contains gluten too.
Yeah.
So all the Gutenberg beers are made from other grains. And beer has been made from grains other than barley for thousands of years.
Yeah, sure.
So it's no big deal that it's not barley.
True.
And it's good. In 14 we reviewed the IPA, but I think it's been 4 years, so we might want to taste it again.
Yeah, it's been too long.
And we also talked about the stout.
Yeah, the stout. That was a delicious one. I was impressed with them for sure, for being gluten-free back then. They were just good, decent beers for sure, which is impressive. But you've got 2 more here today that we haven't tried before.
Yeah, and just so you know, I believe, that barley has more fermentable sugars in it than other grains, and so Gutenberg is a nice choice for you if you can't drink a regular beer.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to watch your weight, it is not anything like a light beer. It is this one. This is the Pale Ale. It's got 270 calories per 16 ounces.
Yeah,
so
per
that
16.
reduces, 16. The IPA
This is
has
a big
320 for 16.
Yeah.
Okay, and the red beer, which is a nice Irish red, has 240 calories. So, it's more than a light beer. Not that much more than a regular beer.
It's true.
So it
yeah,
depends.
these 2 aren't that much more. This one is a little bit, but whatever. It's worth noting. But outside of the calories, let's see how they taste.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, so let's start with the Pale Ale, the first one in here. And it is certainly pale, so it lives up to that aspect.
Slightly cloudy.
And they say this is made with millet, buckwheat, and corn, which is kind of interesting. And I think some, American lagers do use corn as well, so they share that in common. Let's give it a whirl here.
Nice smell.
Wow, it smells good. It smells like a pale ale, for sure.
Ooh, a little citrusy.
That's good.
And nice
Wow,
body.
that's good.
It's a nice heavy body.
I like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, citrus for sure. It's light on the hops, which a pale ale more or less should be.
I like it. You're not sacrificing any taste.
Yeah, I agree. I like it too, and I don't think you're sacrificing any taste. This is a good pale ale. It is. So I think it's definitely worth it. And, even if you're just a pale ale fan, check it out. You might be surprised.
Oh, yeah.
But let's step it up in the hops department and the body department, and let's give this IPA another spin.
All right, we can do that.
IPA loaded. Your favorite style of beer, I believe.
It is.
And we're hot off of the heels of our IPA tasting, our blind IPA tasting video, which you should check out.
Yeah.
And I wonder where this would have ranked. That would have been interesting. Dang.
It's got a citrusy smell to it.
Very citrusy. Wow. Again, I like it. Well balanced. These beers are very well balanced. The hops are lingering with me, like an IPA should. Bright, like you said, citrus.
Yeah.
This one
it's
might
not-
be a little different. Millet, buckwheat, and corn again, main ingredients. So
Yeah, they just probably changed the percentage of the things around
sure.
and added more hops to it. But
Yeah.
it's not that hoppy.
No, it's not that hoppy at all. If you are sensitive to hops, like if you think a lot of IPAs are too bitter, this would be a good one for you to try. This,
Although I do taste the hops in the finish. It's beginning to the second sip. It's
Oh,
beginning
really?
to be more. Oh yeah, it's got more.
definitely, if you are gluten sensitive, check this out. And if you're not, you still might want to check it out,
Oh, yeah.
especially if you like a nice, lighter, balanced IPA.
Oh, yeah, and citrusy.
So I am excited about this red ale, though. I want to give this a try because you don't see many red ales in general, and let alone gluten-free ones. So let's see what this has got going on for it.
Okay, we'll do that. Nice smell.
Nice smell, little fruit, red fruit on the smell. No hops, so it's not like one of those really hoppy red ales.
It's a nice round, malty. That seems ironic.
Wow.
It tastes like it's got a malty body to it. You know?
Wow, that's really good.
Yeah.
Now this one drops the corn from the advertised profile on the front. Just millet and buckwheat. Yeah, only millet and buckwheat. So that's interesting. Wow, this is good. Oh man. Yeah, a lot of darker red fruits in there. It's not sweet, but a lot of darker red fruits and a little bit of roastiness.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah, it doesn't taste bready to me really, and it's not really very hoppy, but it's
Damn.
dry. So yeah, and that's nice.
This is good.
And-
This is a lot. This is really good. If you like cherry cola kind of stuff, but you're okay with it not being super sweet, this is tasty. I really like this. This is my favorite of the three. Might be a battle for this and the stout, but it's been a while since we've had the stout.
Yeah. Well,
Interesting. Really interesting smell. And just a delicious taste. Just a delicious taste.
I'm just based on these three, which we are sampled just today.
Yeah.
I would say if you see anything that says Gutenberg on it, and you're in the market for it, buy it because
pick
it's
it up.
going to be good.
It's
It is
good.
not something you buy because you can't have a real beer.
If you
It is
can't
good.
have a real beer, you need to immediately go buy some Glutenberg. And if you can have gluten, you still should probably check out Glutenberg because it's just, like this red ale is really nice.
Oh
I
yeah,
like it.
it's all of them have a little heavier body than even most of the craft beers that I've tasted in the style, and that's nice. If you, of course, it's not the kind of thing you want to just toss down your mouth if you just finish mowing the lawn in the summer.
No,
it's
no,
not
no.
that kind of thing. But if it's something you want to sip and you want to taste and you want to explore the various elements in it, I think anything that you see from Gutenberg will be great.
Yep.
And anything you see from Unibroue will
Oh
be
man,
great.
yeah, anything you see from Unibroue is great. I mean, wow. These are two fantastic, basically world-class breweries, I would say. I think they're both world-class in their style. These are two breweries for Canada to be very proud of and for everyone else to definitely check out.
Oh, I think so. What do you think, Bob and Doug?
How's it going, eh?
They again.
They like it.
Good. They like it.
They like it.
They've expanded their horizons.
There we
and
go.
they again reminded us to tell you that if we're doing, please like this video and subscribe. That's the easiest way to help the channel. Helps encourage us to make more videos and allows you to see everything that we come out with because you just never know what it's going to be.
It's just this time we were doing Canadian beers.
Yeah.
They're great. Eh?
Yes. I don't know. I can't come up with a retort to the Canada jokes. All right. So, until next time.
Until next time. Cheers.
Cheers.